Hey guys, it's Ruffian, and today I kind of have a story I want to share with you. So as you can tell by the title of this video, someone called me, someone who I look up to a lot. If you guys aren't familiar with Luna, he does like story commentary style videos. Also, if you want to check out Luna's channel so you know who I'm talking about, I will leave a link to his channel in the description, or maybe in an annotation. I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I found him probably about 2 months back, and he has since been my favorite YouTuber. But recently, Friday actually, he was doing a stream where he said he would call people, and I was really excited, but unfortunately I was going to, well, fortunately, unfortunately, I was going to my sister's play that night, and I thought I would miss his stream because he's over on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, but he actually started streaming earlier than I thought. He started streaming about, I want to say like 5 o'clock my time. So I was still at home and I was watching his stream, and it took him, I think, like half an hour to get everything set up because the app he was using was not working anyways. Technology was not going his way that night. Then my dad comes home and he was like, "Hey Sam, guess what? You have to do chores." I thought I was gonna have to miss his stream, so instead I just brought my laptop upstairs with my phone plugged into my laptop, and I set it on the table, and my dad looks at me and he goes, "Sam, what's that for? Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "Dad, Luna's calling people on his stream." Just like, okay, whatever, because like, pretty much all this YouTube stuff just goes over his head, right? So, I was putting dishes away, which is really noisy, and my laptop wasn't loud enough to like counteract that. So, I called my sister upstairs and I was like, "Haley, Luna's calling people. I need you to come upstairs and let me know when he's calling people so I can like call him and whatever." And at this point, Luna's just asking people to paste their numbers into the chat and he's just calling them. And she comes upstairs and I'm like, "Okay, Haley, put my number into the chat." And I go back to doing like my chores and stuff, and he's called maybe 2 or 3 people, and Haley goes, "He's calling people who have reasons. Why do you want him to call you?" And I say, I don't know, tell him I want a senior quote or something. So she starts putting it in. I don't know, probably 5 minutes later my phone buzzes, and like, I run over there and both my sister and I stare at it, and the caller ID says it's from Minnesota, so I was a little bit apprehensive because I know he lives in New York, but I knew he probably used something to like scramble his phone number or whatever. So Haley was like, "Oh my god, Sam, pick it up," and so I did, and I'm like, "Hello?" And Luna says, "Hi," and I wasn't sure it was him because his voice over the phone sounds so much different than like what it does on recording. It's like slightly higher. I don't know, it's weird. And so I was just like, "Hi," and at this point my mind goes blank. I can't remember anything because, oh my god, I am talking to Luna, like my favorite person on the entire planet. And he goes, "You wanted a senior quote or something?" And I was like, yeah, I do." And my sister runs and she like grabs a sheet of paper and whatever, she brings it over to me and he goes, "Okay, how about love undeniably," and like I was scribbling it down. He goes, "It's really hard to be put on the spot. I kind of want it to be an anagram of Luna, you know? I want it to spell out Luna. But, by the way, that's an acrostic, not an anagram." Anyways, he goes, "Love, undeniably, never," and he's thinking, he goes, "I need a word that starts with A," and my mind goes blank. I can't think of anything that starts with A, okay? Nothing. I have nothing. I'm just waiting for him. And he goes, "Offends," and I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Love undeniably never offends." And I'm like, "Okay, could you repeat that?" And then he repeats it again, and I'm like, "Okay," because I realized he spelled offends with an A, but I didn't call him out on it because I couldn't think of another A word, and I was like, what if he can't, and I'd just waste time? I don't know. But he goes, "Does that work?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's perfect, thank you." And then he says bye and hangs up. And then I hang up, I stare at the sheet of paper, and everything clicks, and I'm just like, oh my god, I talked to Luna. And I start screaming, and I think I'm screaming for like a solid 2 minutes, and my dad comes upstairs, he's like, Sam, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "Luna called me!" And I'm jumping up and down, and I'm still screaming, and he's like, "Oh my god, I thought there was like an axe murderer in the house or something." And like, my sister's really excited, and like, my brother and my dad are just super concerned for like me and my mental health, but Luna called me, and like, Friday was the best day of my life. Oh my god, I was able to see my sisters play. I told my friends about it and they were all reasonably excited. I mean, not all of them were fans of Luna, but Yeah, so that was my experience with having Luna call me and talking to him. If you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below if you want to say anything, and be sure to subscribe because I post new videos every Wednesday.